Hey everyone, it's Blake here from ChessPathways.com playing some more Blitz today. Let's see what we can learn. So here we have a Caro-Kann. I'll just briefly show how we got here. Some kind of weird variation of the Caro-Kann where they don't play d4 right away. And now they're playing bishop b5 to attack that knight. Let's go ahead and just attack that bishop. By the way, before we get too much into that action, I do want to mention that if you use the link down in the description to sign up for your first private lesson with me, you'll actually get access to 1 free month of Chess Unlocked as well if you mention that to me during your lesson. So don't miss out on that. Click that link in the description, get signed up for a lesson with me, and you'll get access to a free month of Chess Unlocked to go along with it, which includes, among other things, like a whole video course, ongoing games against me. You can see it's my turn in 8 games right now against my students. We'll get to talk in the chat box here, play on our own terms, long time control. It's a good time, so don't miss out. Alright, so bishop e3, I think I'm going to go ahead and try to bring my knight to f5, but I'm not sure I want to allow d takes c5. If I play knight e7 and you play d takes c5, you might actually get to just be greedy and hold on. So I kind of hate to play c4, but I might just do it, just because it might, it makes this b3 pawn a little bit backwards, or sorry, the b2 pawn. And then I might just play for knight f5. If you ever play b3, your c-pawn's going to be a big target. Okay, wow, and you're playing g4. I'm not even castled that way yet. I'm really tempted just to play h5. I think I just will. See how this goes. If you push, I get access to f5 forever. Otherwise, maybe you have to worry that I open the file at some point. I'm going to see how you react to the threat of knight h4 check. I'm not sure this is, great, but I'm going to go for this. I might just open the file and play knight h4, even if you somehow defend it. If you play bishop g5, yeah, that's kind of what I expected he might play. Right, if nothing else, I can just take and play knight h4 anyway. I kind of want to play bishop e7. I'm just a little nervous that now he'll just take on h5. Bishop e7, you take on h5. I take your bishop, you take my knight. Yeah, I think I'll just open the file first. I'll open the file and play bishop e7. I'm fine with my king on e7, I think. You're going to have to worry about knight h4 now. And if you stop... I might just play rook h4, rook h8, just double on the h-file or something. Also, knight f4 could be a concern, depending on, where exactly your queen goes, how exactly you plan to stop knight h4. I kind of like this position for black. Okay, so you're going to play there. I see. And if I play, for example, rook h4, you play rook h1, I just play rook h8. I'm going to still go for this, I think. Just double. You're going to play rook h1. But that's fine. I have kind of control over the h-file. Although maybe not. I guess you can still just play rook h1 and trade everything. But then your queen will be on h1. Maybe at that point I just take on a4, right, if you get this rook involved. Yeah, I can just take on a4 and be happy. So, okay, you're going to try to stop that. Makes sense. I don't know. I still feel like you have concerns over here on the queen side. I might just poke and prod around these weaknesses I created by getting this space advantage. These pawns are kind of just disjointed from each other. So I'll try to see what I can do. I don't love that my knight is tied down to the rook. I might move that rook to a different square if I have to, but it's not super easy to see how he defends all my threats. He's just going to give me the b2 pawn? That doesn't seem right. I guess he is getting into h7, but my threats just seem to come away faster. So I think I'm winning this. My main enemy, as usual in these videos, is going to be the clock, as I try to narrate and play at the same time. But this looks pretty appealing. I'm just going to play b6 and make a passed pawn. You can't come down because your knight's hanging. Okay, you're going to try to blow me off the board with the pawns. Makes sense. If I have to, I can just come here, I guess. I don't really love it, but I do like my passed pawn. Hopefully I don't blunder in time trouble here. So his knight's hanging. Okay. If you move the knight, then comes queen b2. Oh, I see. I do have to defend that, otherwise you would fork me. If he gives a check... Oh, you can't... Oh, I see. You still defend the knight. Okay, well, I'll just come in, stop you from doing anything else with the queen. And now I just want to play a4. Yeah, a4, a3. You just have a perpetual. He might just have a perpetual of some kind. I don't have enough time to calculate. I don't think so though. My knight can block, right? My knight's gonna block on c7. I'm just gonna lose on time though. Take. You're gonna find some draw. If I'm lucky. Yeah, draw. Too bad. Oh, that's a fun one to analyze. Let's go take a look. So, the opening, he definitely played some kind of suboptimal line. I was decently happy with my position here. And, okay, so this is a key moment to talk about. Very often, you kind of want to keep the tension here as black in this structure, this advanced French kind of structure when you're striking against it with c5. Again, I talk about this more in Chess Unlocked. I have a whole module in pawn structure, so again, click that link in the description and get signed up for a lesson so you get a free month. But in this structure, you often want to maintain this tension. When you play c4, you take all the pressure off of white's pawn chain, and that lets him kind of focus on the king side. But I thought it was worth it here just because I don't want to play knight e7 and let him just take. I thought he could just take and be greedy. So I choose to just push, make this b-pawn kind of backwards. It has real trouble ever pushing because I'll take on Poisson or something and c3 will be weak, and that makes the a4 pawn kind of artificially isolated. Doesn't pay off right away, but we saw how after the h-file opened up, it does pay off, because now white is kind of split between both sides of the board. I'm threatening to take over the h-file, and if they contest it as hard as they can, then a4 becomes a problem. So, trade. They try to defend it, but I attack it again. I go after all their weaknesses here on the queen side, and white just chooses to sacrifice it, which I feel like they probably have better options, right? Because I have trouble making progress here. It's not like my rook is going to do any damage right away. I guess white feels just so tied up. What does white move here? It's kind of hard to find moves for white. I guess they could try to play rook a2 and just hold on for dear life, but that's not super pleasant, especially in blitz. So white chooses to sacrifice the pawn, and I might have had something better here. I wonder if I can try to just win this pawn without trading. That might be even better, but I just wanted to make a passed pawn real fast and push it. I kind of underestimated white's counterplay. So I push, and I've got to be winning here, right? There's no actual perpetual check. The knight can block, and I wonder if I have a better move here. Is knight b5 maybe even better? Knight b5. I wonder what the computer thinks here. I think it's like everything's winning. That was kind of my instinct here. There's just not a perpetual, right? So how did I blunder this? Well, I had 4 seconds on my clock. That's how. But let's take a look. Queen, okay. Oh, and he didn't even give check. Wow. Yeah, I definitely had better options here. I could have taken with check first before taking the knight. Even after I take the knight. Oh, and now there really is a perpetual. Man, yeah, after queen takes c7, the one I fell into. How could this have gone better? Queen takes c3, king h4. Oh, right, yeah, don't even worry about taking the knight. There's got to be some kind of checkmate with 2 queens, of course. Yeah, just too bad. Got a winning position, not enough time. Let's play one more. Why not? Maybe I'll try to ease up on the commentary a little bit so I can not lose on time every game. But of course, we'll go back afterwards and analyze. So, okay, we're going to see an English opening. I'll play the c6 line. It's kind of comfortable to me as a Caro-Kann player and as a Slav defense player. And we're just going to get this equivalent of the exchange Slav. Probably the most boring opening in all of chess, but I'll see what I can make happen with it. Okay, I'll get my bishop out. I guess that's one asymmetry here. White never got his bishop out, and I did, so I can argue that I have something going for me. Let's neutralize the file. Let's develop. It's very symmetrical, but there are some slight differences. Always this question of if you play b5 or not. I think I'm just going to castle first. Okay. If I play b5, you get to come in. Let's just play knight e4. Cover c5 some more, exploit the fact that the knight's missing. I might just pick up the bishop pair to create more asymmetry, so to speak. I have some ideas to take the bishop and somehow try to get on h2, but it's not super easy. Like queen c7 or something. Here I go talking again. I'm just going to play queen e7. a5 could also be an idea at some point. Right, so the pawn's defended, thankfully. Gonna take. And I'm gonna take. I'm actually gonna make opposite colored bishops. I'm not sure it actually is so beneficial for me, though. I kind of want to like play f5, g5 and really go for it. I'm gonna do it because it's blitz. It's probably a terrible idea, but I don't know. I feel like Exchange Slav players just like the most boring positions possible, so anything to put them outside of their comfort zone. But of course, this is kind of a subjective way to think about chess. I think I might be incurring more drawbacks than benefits by this playstyle, but we'll see. I'll probably bring the rook to h6. You have this threat now to take on a6 and undermine the knight, so I have to watch out for that. I don't know though. I mean, I'm just gonna play g4. I have a serious threat here to just take on h2, right? Rook h6, queen h4. I'll just let you take this pawn, I guess, and play for checkmate. Okay, well, I can't pass this up in blitz, right? Like, you have to go for this in blitz. Oh, you're just going to decline it. Okay, well, I mean, I guess it has to be good if you're just going to decline it. Still can't really take his knight because he'll take my knight. What to do? I want to get to his king. Can I consider playing f4? Probably not. He would just take on g4 or something, I think. I think it works out well for him. Maybe I just play rook f8. Yeah, why not? So I can play f4 or something. So it's equal material still. What if he plays g3? Is that a problem? And he's going to enter with his rook on c7. It's kind of annoying. I could take on a3, and if he takes my knight, I'd take his knight. But then he plays c7. It's kind of annoying. Can I just play f4? f4, you take my knight, I take on e3. You play queen takes. I play what? Takes f2. Man, time's going to be an issue again. I'm just going to go for it. It's probably bad. I don't see this really working so well. Because I'm going to give up 2 rooks and a piece, right, for a queen. Unless I can find some other move here that's better. I do get to take his knight, though, at least. So we don't actually lose a piece. It's just that this pawn is so strong. Do I just give up the... Yeah, I just give up the bishop for it, take a3 or something. This can't be great. Now I kind of regret opening my king. You're going to play queen g5 or something. Oh, wait, I can't even take this. Your queen's going to take me. Oops. See if he misses it. I guess that's our only hope. Yeah, he doesn't miss it. f2. And I think we're going to have to resign here. There's no checkmate or anything. This bishop defends everything. So we'll go ahead and resign. Yeah, my attempt to introduce some liveliness to the Exchange Slav, as usual, backfires. So let's take a look, see what happens here. So c4, c6. The thing to notice is this is just the same as if the game began with, just to show it, as if the game began with d4, d5, c4, c6, takes, knight f3, whatever. It's the same structure, right? Just missing c-pawns, d-pawns in the center. Same as we get in the game, even though the move order is a little different. But he chooses to block in the bishop. Not super typical. Usually in the Exchange Slav, you free it. And we get some pretty symmetrical position. I kind of thought I had a slight pull here, just because my bishop's free and his isn't. And I thought maybe I'd just create opposite bishops and hope that my unopposed dark bishop is better than his unopposed light bishop that's not doing anything. And I could make something happen on the king side. I wonder if there's a more prudent path forward that might be, less conducive to blitz, but more objectively correct. The computer likes a5. That was one idea I mentioned. I don't know. I thought I could somehow just take it and be greedy. I'm always worried about them being greedy, but I gotta trust that. I mean, there's no way these pawns survive long term, right? Maybe he should just push. Ooh, but then I have knight e5. That's the point. Okay, that's clever. And I guess this has to be pleasant for me. If we trade, it's all equal, but I mean, clearly my bishop is better than his, and there's a weakness, and if nothing else, even access to b4 has to be worth quite a bit in a position like this. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder how bad the computer thinks my idea is to play f5. It doesn't love it, that's for sure. It doesn't hate it either. It's not saying it's some big disaster. Often there's more room for creativity in chess than a lot of players think. A lot of players think, oh, you can't just push all the pawns in front of your king. It's going to be some disaster that gets refuted. But you see, even the computer here, it doesn't really hate it. Now, yeah, here for sure I thought white should play g3 and stop this tactic. White goes for this, and now I'm much better, yeah, after bishop h2. Certainly, I don't think white can accept. I hadn't calculated it all the way out because it's blitz. But I just had some feeling this has to be quite bad for you. You have to play f3 or f4 or something, then I play g3 to box you in. Oh, and white does have an escape, but white has to sacrifice their bishop with some kind of tempo, and it's winning. So white correctly declines the sacrifice of the bishop. Man, and I was right with my first instinct just to play f4. Really? f4 is that good? I thought somehow you just take on g4... It's that good that I get to take here? I thought I'm just letting all your pieces into the defense, and I don't have anything. Oh, but there's bishop f4 at the end. That's what I missed. Aha. I force you to take with the queen because of the pin, and then comes bishop f4, and it's good. So if I would have followed through on my instinct and found a way to make it work with calculation, f4 would have been very strong. Unfortunately here, I just totally kind of faltered, ran out of steam on the king side, and started playing some very bad moves. Yeah, now f4. Oh, it even still likes f4. Really? Even sacrificing a knight. Really? Okay, so let's see. So take. But I have to find bishop f... Oh, no, I don't even have to find bishop f4. It wants me to find it, but even rook takes f2 directly is better than picking up the knight. Really, because you can't take because why? Ooh, bishop g3 is really strong. Not even taking the queen right away. Forcing you to take me, and now I have this entry point on f2. And I guess the knight is still hanging the whole time. And you don't make your queen or anything. I can always block if I really have to. King g1. Oh wow, even bishop f2 here. And you have to come back, otherwise mate on the h-file. And now I start taking stuff with check, windmill style. Very interesting. Yeah, so it seems like it's not entirely unsound. I guess also just subjectively against an exchange Slav player, even if it's not the perfectly objective way to play to push all the kingside pawns, I don't know, it feels like it's very much not the style they want to play if they're trying to get this totally symmetrical position, so there could be some subjective benefit to it. Anyway, not a success, but thanks for watching, everyone. Please make sure you click that link down in the description, book a lesson with me. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, share it with your friends, add a comment down below, and let me know what you think of these two games and what you want to see in the future. Thanks, and I'll talk to you soon.